It was a great night tonight on multiple fronts. First and foremost, for our team to beat a very good North Dakota team, a team in the top 10, and somebody that's fighting for their NCAA playoff life, just like we are. And so, real happy with the outcome. I thought our team played extremely well, starting with Amanda Levier. She, in particular, in the second period there, really shut the door and allowed us to get that 2-goal lead, and then to pop that one there in the third was obviously huge. Obviously a big night for Amanda and for our program and our fans to have her back in the lineup after a long layoff, and it's great to see her back to herself, probably not quite in game shape, exact game shape yet, but as you saw tonight, just a difference maker on the ice, somebody that you have to account for, and getting 2 assists in your first game in close to 3 years is pretty special. So overall, we're really happy with the win and looking forward to tomorrow.
Amanda, what were your thoughts standing there in the dark before the game, waiting to be introduced? What was going through your mind as you were sitting there?
I thought I'd be a lot more emotional. I think kind of yesterday I got all my emotions out, but more just excitement. And I was just woke up this morning and I was pumped to play. It's been a long road, but it felt great to be back out there on the ice and representing the University of Minnesota.
Is it how you remembered it? I mean, obviously it's been so long being out there on the ice.
Yeah, I felt like a rookie. I didn't know any of the routines or my spot in line, and so I was just kind of following along and taking it all in.
Coming back against a tough North Dakota team was one of the easy game, if not like one of the bigger victories this team has had this season. So what does that do for you in coming back?
Definitely not an easy team, so I think that's great. If you're gonna get back, you want to play some of the best people. So really to challenge myself and our team, it was great to be out there.
How did you feel in terms of being in game shape?
It was not my 100% game shape, but I think I went in there expecting that and just trying to have fun and help the team in any way I could to get a win.
I'm sorry, you guys were line mates, seems like how many years ago it was. Hannah, when you and Amanda were talking a lot on the bench and talking about their game, did things seem seamless? Did it seem like it had been that long since you guys played?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I thought it definitely got better as the game went on, and just we talked a lot of things through. But I think it was pretty easy to get back playing with her. I mean, she's the easiest person to play with probably in the world, so it was pretty easy for me. I don't know if she could say the same thing, but it was a lot of fun today.
Yeah, Hannah's one of my favorite people that I've ever played with, so to get back and playing was awesome, but then to know that I was going to get another chance to play with Hannah, I was even more happy about. Great player, and like she said, I think it got better as the game went on, and we know each other well enough at this point that we can say, hey, did you see this, or let's do this, and so I think that's great. We make each other better.
You mentioned being comfortable, but you seemed like you weren't apprehensive at all. You were battling down low like the old days.
Yeah, I was ready to go. I mean, if I was going to get back to the playing, I was going to be 100% healthy and be able to get in there. So I felt great being able to get in the corners and get hit and get right back into the action.
You said you weren't back to 100% game shape-wise. Is there anything that stands out more to you than one of the others, whether it be your speed or your shot or your vision on the ice? One thing that's not quite up to as high a bar as you'd like to have yet?
I think a combination of everything, but probably just the speed, just because your legs, there's nothing, no matter how hard you train, there's nothing that you can do to really get in game shape without playing in games. So, like I said, I had to expect that, and even though I would have wanted to be in 110% game shape, I knew I wasn't going to be.
Hannah, can you talk a little bit about the excitement and energy level of the team as a whole looking forward to tonight?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you play North Dakota, we're going to be amped up and ready to go. And but having Amanda back, obviously, is a huge boost to that. I mean, personally, I couldn't have been more excited to be back with her. And I think everyone was just so excited for her to get another chance to play hockey, to play here at the U of M. And I think the fans were pretty excited. Just a great night overall, and I'm glad our team got the win on top of it.
Has the night overall been, did tonight go about as well as you could have expected it to?
Yeah, I mean, coming out there and getting a win, and I thought it was a great team win, you know, forwards to defense to goaltending. Amanda Levier stood on her head, and then yeah, just as far as a team, they're a good team, so we really had a battle out there, and I felt a lot of fan support, so that was nice to be back at home.
Amanda, you've had a significant journey here. At what point did you think that this day was going to be possible?
It was back in August. You know, I saw some new doctors and told me, you know, you're going to play hockey. You're okay, and you're just going to have to work through this. So ever since then, I've been working my tail off for a few years, but really started changing then, and I knew I'd be back playing.
Was there anything medically, did you see the doctor or anything that got you started on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just physical activity. I wasn't doing any physical activity, and so kind of new treatment with concussions, you just kind of attack them, and you get back out there and, you know, you exert yourself. So really just getting to the point that I could fully exert myself after not doing that for a couple of years was really the treatment that helped me.
What's your answer to the crowd that might say you're crazy for even trying to come back?
You know, I think anything's possible. I think I would regret it if I didn't work to get to this point. You know, playing for the Gophers has been some of the best memories of my life, so it was devastating to think that I wasn't going to be able to finish out a year, and so I guess it's pretty much a dream come true to come back and really be out there. I was just kind of sitting in the locker room like, I can't believe this is happening.
Have you been concerned about just the potential dangers at all?
No, not at all. I mean, like I said, if I was going to come back, I was going to be 100% healthy. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it.
Amanda, the last time you did a press conference in this building, you said it was kind of sad that you wouldn't be playing with some of your teammates, and you probably meant the seniors and maybe the juniors. Was it kind of weird out there tonight with all these people you'd never played a game with before?
Yeah, it's definitely different. I think it's kind of fun. You got these freshmen that are really excited, and they're a lot younger than me, so it's just a bunch of great kids, and to see the excitement in them and be able to help them, I think I get to take a little bit different of a viewpoint and appreciate things a lot more.
Take a couple more for Hannah and Amanda.
Obviously, you're thrilled to be back on the ice at all, but does it give you any extra motivation to realize, you know, finishing the regular season, you get North Dakota, UMD, Wisconsin, and then right into the playoffs, you get, you know, your rivals right off the bat?
Yeah, there's no easy games, and I know from playing 3 years previously, the second half of the season is always 10 times harder. People are fighting for spots, so to be back and playing those kind of teams, I know it's going to be challenging, so I'm just trying to do anything I can to help our team win.
At the end of the season, I know you have your own personal motivation, but you also have team motivation going down the stretch.
Sorry,
Going into it. You have your own personal motivation, but team motivation.
Oh yeah.
Going into this.
Yeah, I mean, mostly it's about the team and our success and, you know, really the memories that you make. And I think that's what it comes down to. That's what you remember, what you did with your teammates and how you are as people.
Is this a pretty typical post-game handshake with North Dakota, or did you get any words from any of the players coming through?
No, I think just some good game, and I don't know how many of them said anything because we won, so that happens.
Pretty typical.
All right, we'll wrap up with some questions for Coach Ross, Hannah and Amanda.
You guys can scoot.
Okay. Oh.
Thank you.
Cool down there, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, good night. Welcome back.
Well, Brett, at one point did you think it was impossible?
Well, I'd gotten a call in August, just saying that that Amanda was coming back to school, which, you know, was still kind of up in the air, and that her doctor was encouraging her to start skating on her own a little bit. And so you know, I always had it in the back of my head that I guess there was potential, but I always thought it was a long shot just because of the things that had been going on previously. And really, I think probably starting in the new year here, thought that, you know, there was maybe a 50-50 chance. But I never wanted to get my hopes up because, you know, one, it would take the focus off of our team and who we had on the ice, and secondly, it just may not have happened. But over the last month or so, continued to get more and more opinions and some clearance there. And Amanda was practicing with us over the last month, you know, full go, and you know, she was great. So it's not like she just you know, started skating last week and we threw her in there, as she said, and our priority the whole time has been her health. And if she wasn't 100% healthy, then there's no way we would have allowed her to play.
She got, there's some contact too that she got involved in the first couple of shifts.
Yep.
Was there any point when you kind of held your breath a little bit and wondered how she was going around?
Yeah, I mean, coming in, you know, you just don't. She saw a lot more contact tonight than she has seen in practice, even though we have contact, but it's everybody's pretty tame that way. And so I think it was great, you know, you know, I think she drew the first penalty of the game with that cross check, and she got banged around a little bit, and that's what she needs for her own sake and her own confidence. And I think the confidence of everybody else, just to know that, yeah, she really is good to go.
Is there any doubt, you know, with this being her first game back tonight, that she was going to start, she was going to be in the first line?
Yeah, you know, I actually debated it just because of certain line matchups that we wanted, and then I asked Joel Johnson, my assistant, I said, we got a starter, right? And he said, absolutely. And when we did, it was pretty emotional. I mean, to see our team support Amanda with their stick taps the way they did, and to hear the crowd, I don't think I've heard it that loud since we've won a national championship here. And I think so many people were just so excited to see her work her way back to where she is now.
You've seen her and Hannah play together before, but what is adding her in there along with Danny, Cameron, and what have you seen from the period of that?
Yeah, I mean, they really this past week was the first time that the three of them skated together. You know, because going into Bemidji, again, we didn't. She wasn't cleared to play, and so you know, Sarah was skating with Hannah and Danny last week. So they've only had you know, a few practices together and now a game. But you know, that's the great thing is if teams focus on Kess and Hannah, you got another future Olympian that you're going to have to deal with, who's the top 5 scorer in the country right now. And so the three of them are pretty dynamic. But the other thing it does is, you know, now Sarah Potomac can be on our second line, and our second line is real good. And you know, I think one of the biggest differences is Kara Piazza centering our third line, and I thought our third line was awesome tonight. And I was able to have a lot of confidence having Kara's line out there against you know, the top North Dakota line with Mankey and Dufault. So the trickle down effect makes us a lot better. Brooke Garzone, first game at D in a couple of years, played really well. Malitza goes out. Sophie has to go back. I mean, the depth that we have on our team is real good right now.
Is this kind of a shot in the arm for your team? It seemed recent weeks like things were just kind of hard, and does this kind of just give everybody a new life?
I think so. I mean, I think it really picked our team up a little bit, and it has been hard. I mean, we've been playing in a lot of real tough games and trying to, you know, gut some things out, and I've been really happy with our team and how they've found ways to win against a real good Bemidji State and a Mankato team that was playing desperate and those types of things. And so I think anytime you get a player with the caliber of Amanda, I mean, it has to give you a boost. But it's great for her, but it's great for our team as well.
It seems like, obviously, she was talking about she doesn't quite have her legs back yet. She's probably not back to 100% stamina. As a coach, is that something you think about? You know, tonight you had the 3-goal lead in the third period, so you probably didn't need to put the first line out as much as you would if it was a 1-goal game going down the stretch. Is that something you think about, giving them, you know, less shifts or shorter shifts in the first and second periods to save them for the third, or are you just confident you can throw her out there and she'll get the job done?
Yeah, you know, she's the type of player that, you know, I think these were probably the shortest shifts that Hannah and Danny have had all year. You know, because Amanda was usually the first one off, and, you know, when one of your line mates gets off, you usually follow a few seconds later. But there were a couple times there in the first and the second where, you know, I just gave Sophie Skarzinski a shift with Hannah and Danny as well. Could just tell Amanda was getting a little tired, but you know, she's one of the best players in the world at pacing herself and being at full speed when she needs to be. There's some players that just go 100 miles an hour all the time. She's got enough ability and hockey sense to pick and choose her spots.
What does it feel like to have back knowing that you have one of the best players in the country, maybe even in the world in women's hockey?
Well, it's awesome for women's hockey. It really is. I mean, the way Twitter and to have all of you here, you know, we've been a pretty good team here this year, and haven't seen too many people around, and this was the best crowd that we've had, and so all those things are fantastic. You know, she's probably, you know, when she got her concussion, it was probably one of the most notable things in women's hockey a few years ago, and now her coming back is probably the most notable thing currently. And so certainly we're really excited as a program, mostly from my standpoint, mostly for her, because I think, you know, back 2-3 years ago, I'm not sure she ever thought she'd be playing hockey again. And now over the last 6 months to be able to get back to where she is 100% healthy is just tremendous.
So Amanda comes back, you get an award, and you guys get a rival.
Yeah, it was
It
was a pretty good night. Yeah. Oh, you know, that award, I wish they wouldn't have done anything, but they did. So I had to walk across there, and it was nice to see my family in the middle of a game for the first time.
Anything else for Ross?
Coach, yeah, I mean, you said she wasn't prepared for last week, so I mean, was that nightly, or was that just her not?
The ultimate decision to play in games. You know, she had been cleared for practice and those types of things, but our medical people needed second, third opinions. They wanted to make sure that everything was buttoned up, dotting their I's and crossing their T's before they made that decision.